It really hit the truck?
Yes, it hit the truck, and then it went up and then landed back down there.
All right, guys, I've been having a problem recently when I try to turn the boost way up. So when I put a lot of dome pressure on it, when I throw the parachute, the dome pressure falls, we lose boost. That's not good. Let me show you what the solution is. We're going to test it back to back, see if it's a problem or not. Maybe it's just a problem with me. I don't know. Check it out. Comment, like, and subscribe. So let me show you the way I've got this thing set up. So we've got onboard CO2. Most race cars now have CO2. This is how they actually control the boost. This is how they control the shifter. And this is how they control the parachute. So this is what we've had in the past. This is what we've been running. This is a regular CO2 regulator. Runs, CO2 pressure, having it about 100 or so PSI, 125. I had never tried up to like 150. But this right here, so you see it comes in, this is on the CO2 bottle. This is the regulator, and then it's got the single outlet here. And then this is my little on-off valve, of course. But basically, the way I had it is it comes down and goes into this line here. This line tees off and goes back to the parachute. This line tees off and goes to the shifter. And then the line down there on the bottom, that goes to the boost controllers. And my boost controllers are up here. I know a lot of people like to have them back there, but that's not that big a deal. So on the parachute back here, we have an air launcher. So this is air launcher. We built this thing, bought this round disc and made it work with my spring launcher. You can buy this. They sell kits, or you can make your own. So I had forgot about 6 years ago, I actually made a video on how to convert your spring launcher to an air launcher. Go check it out right here. And what's even funnier, this is the actual parachute launcher on my car right now. However you want to do it. But basically what happens is this is pressurized. I'll show you this. This is actually, it goes down, and when you push the handle on mine, then the pressure, this is already under force, and then basically it just makes the parachute pop out. 100 pounds of pressure normally makes it kind of fall out. It kind of, if you look at some of the videos from the GoPro, I'll put a couple in here. You can see the parachute kind of falls out. It comes out fast, but it kind of falls out. It doesn't really, like come out 10 or 15 feet, real far. So. But what the problem we've been having is I like to throw the parachute early. So when I throw the parachute early, I want it deployed by the time I let off the gas, by the time I get to the finish line. And so what happens is, I'm going to show you the data log. I'll show you the data logs of what happens and how much boost it drops. Any type of boost drop is bad. So we were on our Tuesday night live feed, and I had mentioned that we had a problem as we were showing our data log, and somebody mentioned it, that, they run these regulators. And I got this from Devin Vanderhoof, HCR Innovations. And basically, this is preset. It looks like it is adjustable also, but he's got it preset. So we got 150 pounds coming out one side and 250 coming out the other side. And from the research, from what it sounds like, is Devin likes to run it, high pressure here. So we're going to try it and see what happens and see if it does a good job maintaining boost. But the biggest thing is, and I think it will, and if it seems like that's a little bit too much pressure, I can always turn it down. It looks like it's just got a knob on it, and you loosen the Allen screw and then you turn it. But obviously you'll have to put sensors in here so you can read it to see, what it is. He's got it already preset for you, and he's got it labeled. So we're going to make this one go to the parachute, and we're going to make this one go to our shifter and our boost controller. Because when the boost controller, when the shifter does it, I don't see any blips at all. It's just when the parachute opens. And if you think about it, it's because this is a huge volume, right? This is like an inch or inch and a quarter, however big this thing is. I don't even know who makes this. That's the part number on that one. I think I got it from Stroud or somebody. But basically, all this volume, now it's got 1/4 inch line there, so it takes more time to fill, but all that volume has got to come completely in here to push this out. And so that's why you get a pressure drop. It makes sense. So let's stick this on real fast. And then I'm going to do a data log, and we're going to try it right here. I'm going to get the boost controller on. I'm going to get everything on and working. And then we're going to throw the parachute and see if it drops any CO2 pressure or not. I don't think it's going to, but we're fixing to find out right now in a second. Hang on. Okay, guys, so we got this thing hooked up. I think I am going to get me another turn-off valve like this one and basically just have two. Wow, that is cold. So we see we got our sensor here. I'm going to get another valve here. This one goes to the chute. I labeled it chute. And then that one goes to the back. Now, the solenoids are working, but if you look, we target 80 and it's making about 80. So that's good. So Chase is going to get back here with the camera and we're going to throw it. I'm going to start the data log and then we're going to throw it and see how this comes out. Here, Chase, like come right here and hold it like right. Actually, we better like right there because I don't know how far it's going to come out. We got more pressure on the chute. Okay, got it? Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay, I was just making sure. Okay, let me start the data log. Data log started. Okay, chute deployed. 3, 2, 1. Wow, that sounded pretty aggressive. How far out did it go? Did it just fall down?
It hit the truck.
It hit the truck?
Yes.
It did?
Yeah.
It throws it that hard it hit the truck?
Yeah.
It's never
I
done that
have no
before.
idea what you're supposed to be
Okay, so look. So
normally
normally it only has like 100 pounds on it. It's now got 250 pounds on it. It really hit the truck?
Yes. It hit the truck and then it went up and then landed back down there.
So it's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it doesn't blow the tube apart. I mean, it was definitely harder to push the handle. So, okay, so yeah, let me turn this off. Wow. Okay, so I've got to do it better. I got to get a thing on this too. The way we normally have to do this is you just have to loosen it. 250 pounds is a lot. That I can't even. We might have to turn it down a little bit. I mean,
Little bit.
It's preset at 250. It really hit the truck.
Yeah. I can show you the video if you want.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that. Well, the biggest thing is it really hit the truck.
Yes.
That's crazy. All right, we gotta watch the video. Okay, guys. So here is the data log that you can see it. The yellow line right there. That is actual CO2 pressure. See, target CO2 pressure is the line behind it. And that's where I throw my parachute. The line above it is boost. And you can see it doesn't fall off a lot, but it does. It does fall off some. So right here, it's cruising along. We got some reasonable boost. We hit a maximum of 44 pounds there. And the dome pressure was bouncing a little bit. And then boom, when parachute comes out, feels it drops 5 pounds of dome pressure. It drops down to 70. Boost drops down as well, so 43.1. Looks like we go down to 43.0 is our lowest, and then it starts, and now we're at the finish line. So 43.0 versus before 43.8, 43.9. So almost a pound of boost difference right at the finish line. Let me show you what it did with the new regulator. Hey guys, here we go. So started the data log up there, and you can see, I mean, the whole data log is like 10 or 11 seconds. So we went back there and did a 3, 2, 1. But the actual dome pressure is right there. So let's click that. That's the squiggly line on top of the blue line. And it is solid. So there is nowhere in there where that thing moves. I don't know exactly where I pushed it, but it doesn't matter because it never moved. I mean, the whole time it was bouncing at 80 pounds the whole time. So I think that has 100% solved the dome pressure issue. So I may be the only one that has ever had that problem. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I didn't have the CO2 turn up high enough. I didn't have enough CO2 pressure, but one of my buddies, like I said, one of the guys on our Tuesday chat, they do it, and they recommended it, and so I bought it, and it works. So we may turn it down, though. I think I'm going to get a gauge just so I can adjust it. It looks like it is adjustable, and I think I'm going to turn it down to maybe 200 PSI. I could feel the pressure. It was way more pressure on that handle when I was throwing it. I mean, I could still throw it, obviously, but it is what it is. It come out pretty aggressive. So I'm probably going to drop it to 200 PSI. So we'll have 200 and 150. I'm also going to get another quarter turn valve for the boost. So now we'll have just 2 quarter turn valves. I do that instead of turning the CO2 on and off every pass. I can glance over there easily and quickly and just look at them to make sure the valves are on. If they're on, then I know I've got boost, and I know I got parachute, which is the biggest thing. Parachute is more important than boost. So yeah. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. We're racing this weekend. Nahunta, JJ the Boss on Saturday, Test and Tune Thursday and Friday. Come see us later.